Because right now they're giving you guys way more leeway than like that pop up, like that pad that he had out. They're gonna start coming by anytime they see that, wham, hammer it, seize it, sight.
Okay.
So we're gonna be like, they're gonna have us do it for weeks at a time. I just feel it's coming because it's like, yesterday they're talking about, an incident where 2 people call and you guys were harassing, the officers that came out.
The incident where we were at the park yesterday and 2 people called for us to come out.
It wasn't meant to be harassment. It was just taking care of liability.
Okay, listen to me. Listen to me.
Right.
Stop talking and listen for just a minute from my perspective, okay? I know you're recording already, but here's the issue. Those people called, and as I explained yesterday, for HIPAA reasons and everything else, they have the right to medical privacy, okay?
Okay, and all we asked is that we hear it from them because cops have lied to us in the past about multiple different things. We have witnessed cops violate the law multiple different times themselves.
Oh my God.
And she was just making sure. I was not asking, I was just merely there.
No, weren't you the one that told me that we tase and murder people all the time and that you think we're tasing and murdering people?
No.
I thought that was you.
No.
Okay.
I know SAC PD has actually been very nice to Occupy.
Yeah.
There's other places where the police, yes, they are tasing and murdering people.
Okay,
and there are officers in Sacramento that have done so. In fact, the Harmon case, shot 10 times in the back, 18 shots fired by a Sacramento Sheriff's Department.
Okay, that's not our department.
And that's not yours, but some people, they hold the hostility more. I don't hold the hostility. I'm merely checking for liability.
I don't look at you and think that you represent everybody in the world that I like you to represent, okay?
I don't either.
That's the whole issue. I understand that we wear a uniform, but we don't represent the actions of everybody, okay?
I do understand that. I've been asked to make sure for liability issues for you guys and our guys, because what if they decided to get violent with you guys?
Okay.
That's liability still.
On who?
That's liability on, I guess, them.
We're all audio.
We're already all recorded anyway. It doesn't really matter.
We already know that.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
so what's the issue?
it's the fact that we like to make sure. People have asked me to do so, and
what I'm seeing you guys do more and more, and I don't know why it is, but not so much. Well, even you, and sometimes some of it, and it's more the group mentality, the mob mentality. It's a total social fact. The larger the group, the more that you guys get more of an adversarial tone, like the media girl. What's her name about SAC PD murders over at Fremont Park? I mean, what a joke! How insulting!
She spent too much time in Oakland, I think. Honestly, that's my opinion.
Right there, the respect that's here is now.
I can understand that.
To me, is like you don't even. You're like it.
This is true, especially.
That's my opinion.
Especially, well, I'm tired today. I've used a lot of brain power trying to report back everything that happens between Wednesday and Saturday to a whole group of people is kind of tired. It's a lot of brain power.
And I wish there was some better way you guys could get this done, because again, I don't think the support is waning drastically, and I need, if there's a solution to be found, but it seems like this message that was kind of a nice central force with some roots now has turned into a freaking like shotgun approach.
Well, basically, what happened is our First Amendment was trampled and made it so much harder for us to get our speech across that now we're basically stuck trying to regain our true First Amendment.
But you're not. The Constitution is a beautiful document.
Yes, it says that the right.
Look at the relativity of it all, and again, I've mentioned, I think, to you before, traveling the world. Look at other countries. I mean, you could throw a dart at a map, and you're not often going to hit. No, you're not going to hit another country where, for this kind of stuff, you would already been probably gassed, tased, in prison. Most anywhere you throw that dart. Yet here, subjectively, all First Amendment trampled. More rights inherently than most any country are.
No, Occupy is worldwide right now, and there hasn't been violence in every one of the Occupies. Only some of them have actually turned violence on them.
Even Occupy, but
I mean,
like China.
It's not happening here.
In Africa, anywhere? South America, Central America?
Actually, yeah, there is.
Middle East?
There's also Australia. It's happening in England. It's happening in, I believe, is there an Occupy Russia yet?
Not an Occupy Russia, but there is an Occupy Brazil. There is an Occupy Ghana.
Well, Brazil, yeah, that's a whole other set of circles. You ever been to a slum in Brazil?
Actually, I have.
So, look where you are. You should be kissing the ground in America. Absolutely, 1,000,000%. Because this country offers any person who wants to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, anyone,
I can
with an education. You get an education, and you put your
All right.
mindset
Do you know how many people I know that have a PhD that look for work and get cited for trying to fly a sign that asks for work and not money?
I got a lot of people I know educated that don't have the best job, but they're working hard.
And they have nothing.
Waiter if they have to, or bartender.
And they have
do
nothing.
What it takes to get it done.
Yeah, and have nothing in return.
Patooties discussing how to change it. They're making changes.
We are doing things.
I used to be a professional bike rider. I broke my back in three places riding.
Do you understand what it takes? That determination.
All right. So me going in Wednesday and observing.
I went back to school to become.
Sitting out here is not getting it done. This does nothing. These people don't care. They don't care.
No. That's where you get your sideways thinking from.
Yes,
you think there's people out there that don't care, but there's a ton of people out there that care.
And you think all we're really doing is sitting here?
The people back here in this hall, do you think they care?
You don't.
You think the people of the Capitol care? They don't. You think the people
You're
that
right, and that's the 1%.
Do you honestly think that
we're out here proving that the 99% is here?
Well, I'm counting myself 99%, and I like to work.
We count all you.
I like to work too. Do you know how many different things I do? Do you think I want to be standing here using up the last of my battery power recording you? No, I don't. I'd rather be playing video games on it, dude.
That's not getting anything done playing video games.
Well, that's what I'd rather be doing some of the time. But I also enjoy being able to work.
I like to go fishing.
Just like, what was I? Hey, you were here when Occupy first started. Where was I? Where did I appoint myself and where did I do? What did I do the first few days of Occupy? Did I not, for the first few months when we had the funds for the food table, sit there behind that table and bust my ass? Did I not do that?
And you know what's, and you got to see.
And do you think I'm just sitting here?
Did you get to see firsthand though the people that kind of take?
Yeah.
Reciprocating, right?
Yes, and that is a part of life. But that doesn't matter. Every person still deserves to have the bare minimum, and a lot of those people probably weren't like that when they were younger.
I think America has a pretty good fair minimum.
And if you look, fair minimum, do you know how many people I know that have to work 3 jobs just to afford a place to live?
They're getting the wrong kind of jobs. I mean.
Well, they're getting whatever's available. They're doing what it takes. You know, if there was sustainable jobs for people, or at least lower rent if there's not going to be a sustainable job to an affordable rate to where you can afford to pay your rent, eat your food, and maybe actually go see a movie or something once a month.
The inflationary pressures, I wish our dollar went farther, and I wish rent was cheaper.
And that's why we're here.
Medical care was
more
affordable. But these are all wish things. The way you're going to change it is to go ahead and catch up by making something yourself to get with it. Because it's not. That system is too inherent to change.
Do you know all the things that I actually do? I don't just sit here. He doesn't just sit here. We do a lot of different things. They're a part of movement. We are working.
I respect that as long as you're making the
I was just over there talking to a senator on Wednesday. All right?
And that's good.
And I'm going to be doing it again and again and again.
Well, keep on,
all this
keep
is
fight, but here it is
all this is a base camp so people can talk to somebody that knows what's going on. This is for outreach.
If you guys all got even a minimum wage job, can you pull your resources together and live together somewhere? Have like a home base?
Okay, that's not what it's supposed to be an American. That's not what the American dream is about. That's not what America is about. America is about being able to have your own place to dwell.
Barely getting by, paid for my education with grant scholarships, had a minimum wage job. I worked 30 hours a week, and 6 of us lived in a house made for 3. And it was fun. It was one of the best times of my life. That's what the American dream was about.
I did that. I went to school. I went to school for culinary arts.
I attempted to go to school, and because of the lack of an address, I was not able to receive any kind of aid. In fact, the general assistance I was receiving at the time, I could not receive if I attempted to go to school.
Give an address to somebody now. Do that way. Get it done. That way you
what address?
That's a hurdle you got to get over. I don't know. I mean.
And you see me around for how many years now?
Several.
All these people that I know, would you trust any of them with your mail for your ID and your money and all that?
No family.
My family's worse than the people out here, dude. I mean, I could go back to my tweaker mom.
Yeah, you always know the saying.
You know?
You can't pick friends, you can't pick family.
Exactly. And at least I picked people that had a similar lifestyle. Do my friends ever really cause any problems for you?
Well, you guys have said. You guys have always been respectful, and I've been respectful. And that's
exactly.
What it should be. And again, just realize when I get a lieutenant or someone telling me to come, I got to do what we always do.
I know. But I would like you to inform him that some of his orders are unlawful. They're in violation of United Nations.
What the statute says, the court determined the lawfulness.
Okay.
Review it.
And
all the way
we
to
are
the
getting
top.
ready to also to file with the United Nations once we go through the rest of the processes, and we will do something. We are going to get some changes made out here, and hopefully it alleviates you guys of having to harass homeless people for nothing, for existing.
Here's
And so-
I wish it was all better, but again, comparatively speaking, America rocks.
Well,
Bye,
not.
guys.
Tell me, wouldn't it be a much nicer job if you were actually not having to harass homeless people and getting to go for the big crimes?
I'd rather do that.
Exactly.
I think I have a valid point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was about to say something.